Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show as usual. And we were really waiting for this match to happen between Sri Lanka and South Africa at Newlands in Cape Town. And what a match we had! I mean, I have to say that Sri Lanka has to be definitely credited with this win, especially yesterday. If you had actually looked at my cricket show, and also I had also tweeted that South Africa were looking clear favourites, considering the fact that AB de Villiers is back in business. He was returning back from a layoff, and also Sri Lankans were crippled with Angelo Matthews. I think I had to really eat my words here, as Sri Lanka collected a wonderful victory, and also they won the T20 series despite AB de Villiers coming in and losing their captain to go and actually beat the South Africans there, which was their first ever win on their tour of South Africa. That really says it. But what a win! I mean, Sri Lanka had really covered their heads today, I would say. Well, and this will be enough motivation for them, even though they don't have Angelo Matthews. I mean, this could act as a real motivator for them, as Sri Lanka won the match by 5 wickets. And the man who really is a game changer. Yesterday I mentioned that on my tweet as well, that Prasanna is such a player that probably will that be his game. And I was proved absolutely right, because Prasanna came in when the equation read 51 runs required of probably, if I'm not wrong, probably 21 balls. And look at what Prasanna did. He biffed an unbeaten 37 of just 16 balls, 3 fours and 3 sixes, and the victory was Sri Lanka. And as far as Prasanna was at the crease, one knows that the victory was Sri Lanka's. And as I said, Prasanna is a wonderful game changer for Sri Lanka, and that really proved it today. What a knock from Prasanna to take his team to actually victory. Not only that, a T20 series win, and player of the match went to Niroshan Dikwala, who very rightly, I thought, he was very consistent in the T20. He kept on scoring in each and every match, and today he took not only the man of the match, he also took away the man of the series, and that will also go a long way for Niroshan Dikwala in his future international cricket. Now, just talking about this game, yes, that is something that I'm going to look at. So I'm going to have a brief look at what happened there in the day-night T20 match between South Africa and Sri Lanka, where Sri Lanka took the series. They won the match with by 5 wickets in the end, but with just one ball. In the penultimate ball, they actually clinched the victory. And the other cricket which is coming up is just right now when I'm talking to you, I could say probably in less than 2 hours time, there is a match which is going to be played, but it's not it's basically it's going to be a mere formality, because Australia, having already taken the ODI series, it's only a matter for Pakistan to salvage something here by get one more victory under the belt and make it a bit close. But let's remember one thing, that this match is going to be played on Australia Day at the Adelaide Oval, and the crowds would be really flocking in. It's a public holiday there, and crowds would have really flocked in, and I'm sure Australia would definitely like to finish off on a very good high, especially giving lots of joy to the Australian cricket fans. And I'm sure they would love to win this match, but Pakistan also would make sure that they can stop Australia in their tracks. The other match is going to be the start of the T20 series, and this is the first time that Virat Kohli is leading the Indian T20 team, and that should be something which should be something to really watch. And India are taking on England in the T20 series after the ODI series was taken by India, and the T20 series promises to be really exciting, no doubt about it. And one thing that we are going to see again for India, they are going to have a packed house there. This match is going to be, I'm just trying to see where exactly this match is being played, and this is a match which is going to, it's going to be basically this particular match is going to be played at Green Park Stadium in Kanpur, and as Australia has Australia Day, it's also the Indian Republic Day. So again, we are going to get a full house here at the Green Park in Kanpur, and I'm sure there's not going to be any seats left when India and England will be clashing in the first of the T20s, which will happen at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. And I can only say that Indians will be hoping that India could really please their fans today by winning over England. But let me tell you, England are a very hard nuts to crack, and I think we are in for a real battle here at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. So let's see whether India prevails on Republic Day, or is it England who is going to go and actually win the match. But nevertheless, we are going to have some great entertainment at Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. I can say it without a shadow of doubt there. And okay, so now let's start off. And first, let's head towards the match between the third T20 between Sri Lanka and South Africa. So the toss was actually won by South Africa, and South Africa at the Newlands in Cape Town, they decided that they will bat first, and it was a very good decision because also the crowds would have got to see A.B. de Villiers, who was returning back from his injury. So it all started with South Africa starting the proceedings there, and as I said, the South Africans had A.B. de Villiers, but on the other side was Dinesh Chandimal, who was leading the Sri Lankan team, and Angelo Matthews, as you know, he has gone back home due to the injury. So Smuts, and today we saw two new openers. I mean, it was Reza Hendricks opening with Smuts, but Smuts once again, they did a good job, I thought, initially, but Smuts was the first wicket to go. It was LBW ball, Sakuke Prasanna for 19 of 14 deliveries with 3 fours. But Reza Hendricks was looking good, and there was a huge roar in the crowd when this bloke, this man, the king of batting for South Africa, walked out. It was none other than A.B. de Villiers, coming back after injuries. First international cricket match here, and A.B. de Villiers, as he walked in, there was a huge roar at the stadium there at Newlands in Cape Town. And then A.B. de Villiers did not really try to play any forceful strokes. He decided to take his time in the company of Reza Hendricks, and A.B. de Villiers definitely played one shot which was absolutely picture perfect. As he came down the wicket, he took the bowler Lakshan Sandakan on the full, the spinner, and actually deposited him down the ground for a magnificent 6. And he also hit 2 more 6s. At the other end, Reza Hendricks left it to his senior partner, who started slowly getting into his groove by playing some nice strokes, and the partnership was doing very well, as from 36 for 1 with A.B. de Villiers in full control there on his first comeback game and also Reza Hendricks, the score reached 107. So that was a wonderful partnership which was there. We took it till the 14th over, but that was the time when Lakshan Sandakan, who actually picked up the wicket. Lakshan Sandakan definitely did a good job. He picked up only 1 wicket, and that was of Reza Hendricks, who was stumped by Chandimal, who was trying to force the pace at that particular time. Stumped by Chandimal of the bowling of Sandakan for 41 of 34 deliveries, 4 fours, but de Villiers was still there. But we definitely, one thought that with de Villiers still at the crease, there would be more fireworks to come when David Miller joined. But to the utter chagrin of the Newlands Cape Town crowd here, Asela Gunaratne actually picked up the wicket of David Miller very cheaply for just 1 run. And also the South African captain Behardien was on his way, as he was run out for 6, and that really complicated matters, as the score read 133 for 4 in the 17th over. Now A.B. de Villiers definitely had to go for his strokes. In fact, it was a spanking shot from A.B. de Villiers, trying to scorch the ball through backward point. It came at some tremendous force, one could say, but Upul Taranga was equal to the challenge as he picked up the catch of the bowling of Kulashekara, and A.B. de Villiers was absolutely miffed as he really banged his bat on the ground to probably signal that that was a big mistake that he did. But nevertheless, it was A.B. de Villiers on his first game in international cricket after his long layoff due to injury in the month of April 2016. Actually did a wonderful turn for himself, scorching 63 of 44 deliveries with 2 fours and 3 beautiful sixes. And then it was finally left to the wicketkeeper batsman M. Mosele. And Mosele, in the final over, he totally ruined Isuru Udana's figures as he slammed him for 3 consecutive sixes to ruin Isuru Udana's, the left-arm seamer's figures, as Mosele went on to crash an unbeaten 32 of just 15 deliveries, 1 4 and 3 sixes. Parnell was not out on 3, and South Africa ended thanks to Mosele's real big hitting towards the end. The score looked very respectable at 169 for 5 of 20 overs. The bowling, Dhananjay de Silva 1 over was spanked for 10 runs. Kulashekara 4 overs 1 for 30. Isuru Udana got his figures ruined by Mosele, who slammed him for 21 runs in the final over, the 20th over. 4 overs cost him 49. Sakugye Prasanna 3 overs 1 for 21. Sandakan definitely did well. He continued to impress even though de Villiers was there. De Villiers hit him for a 6, but other than that, Sandakan was on the target there. 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 23. And Asala Gunaratne 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 34. Picked up a big wicket, one could say. I think Gunaratne picked up the wicket of David Miller, and that was a big wicket as well. Now it was the turn for Sri Lanka to actually knock it off. I mean, make 170 runs and knock it off. And today Sri Lanka definitely made some changes in their batting plan. They decided to have not Dhananjay de Silva but Upul Taranga opening the innings with Niroshan Dikwala, who has been very consistent throughout this T20 series. And Niroshan Dikwala fired right from the beginning as he got his shots going. But definitely South Africa definitely suffered a sort of a setback, I would say, because Lungi Gidi, who had bowled 2 overs for 13 runs, had to return back, and he never bowled. And you know, Lungi Gidi has been the pacer, the 20-year-old pacer, has been doing very well, and he has also got selected for the ODI squad. But unfortunately today, Gidi had to leave the field due to injury, and that was a bit sad on them, I would say. But Niroshan Dikwala and Upul Taranga put up a 36-run partnership, with Taranga also stroking the ball well to score 20 of 11 balls with 4 fours, and then Parnell actually gave them the breakthrough when he dismissed Taranga. After that, and Imran Tahir clean bowled Dinesh Chandimal, the captain, who came at 1 drop to really silence the Sri Lankans there with a score on 45 for 2 in the 6th over. But Niroshan Dikwala was, as I said, he was really firing up. I mean, we have seen that in the previous 2 T20s too. Niroshan Dikwala has been playing his strokes with lots of audacity, and that's what he was precisely doing. He was stroking the ball perfectly, and as Dhananjay de Silva, who came in at number 4, joined him. But Dhananjay de Silva, well, in an attempt to actually deposit Imran Tahir over the ropes, he succumbed, stumped by Mosele of the bowling of Imran Tahir for 19 of 27 balls, and did not score any boundary or a 6. But Dikwala was really keeping Sri Lanka in the hunt with his knock, as he scored 68 of 51 deliveries, 10 fours and 1 6, and then Imran Tahir picked up a big wicket of Niroshan Dikwala. And Niroshan Dikwala also got his maiden 50 in T20s, as he slammed 68 of 51 deliveries, 10 fours and 1 6, and that brought Sakugye Prasanna at the crease. And Sakugye Prasanna and Kushal Mendes, but Kushal Mendes unfortunately was run out by Patterson, who was making his debut today, Dane Patterson. He was gone for 2, and then it was Sakugye Prasanna all the way. Now this was the equation. The equation was 50 runs required of 21 balls. And as I said, Sakugye Prasanna is a real game changer. And that's what he precisely did. He hit 3 magnificent sixes. And as you know, he hits with lots of power and also precision. And that's what he swung. His bat swing really is done in a sort of a very, very severe way. And that fetched him 37 runs. He was not out on 37 of just 16 deliveries with 3 fours and 3 sixes. With the equation being 50 runs of 21 balls, South Africa probably thought that they definitely had a chance, but it was Prasanna absolutely quashed the hopes of the South Africans by hitting an unbeaten 37 of just 16. There is 3 fours and 3 sixes. Gunaratne gave him company, who hit the winning run, not out on 11 of 6 balls with 2 fours, and thus the match came to an end with Sri Lanka winning by 5 wickets with just 1 ball to spare. And as I said, the Niloshan Dikwala definitely was rewarded, and he got not only the man of the match, he also got the man of the series, and I thought that was an absolutely right decision because he has really proved that he has been extremely consistent, and that was a just reward for what he did. And also, as far as the bowling was concerned, Giddy, as I said, that was something, a sort of a blow for South Africa. For South Africa, Dane Patterson was making his debut, but he was listless. 3.5 overs cost him 38 runs. Parnell 4 overs 1 for 42. Imran Tahir bowled superbly, 4 overs, just giving away 18 runs and picking up 3 important Sri Lankan wickets, but again to no avail. Andy Felukavayo, who was hit for a spanking 6 by Sekuge Prasanna in that particular over. 4 overs, no made and none for 32. Smuts had 22 taken off his 2 overs, and that was it. Sri Lanka winning the T20 series despite the presence of the King A.B. de Villiers, and that is absolutely commendable. And even without Angelo Matthews, the Sri Lankan skipper, and one has to really credit this South African talent, the Sri Lankan talent, for actually getting the win. And also, this happened to be the first win on their tour of South Africa, and that would give them a lot of hope going into the ODI internationals, even though they don't have Angelo Matthews in the team. So well done, Sri Lanka. You definitely deserve it. And I was the one, as a host of this cricket show, I have to definitely admit that I have to eat my words, because I probably spoke in a haste when I said that the South Africans were clear favourites. Sorry, Lankan fans. Okay, so let's get on to the other match. As I said, now it's going to be just a sort of a skimming type, I would say. As I said, it's Australia Day. Australia, it's a mere formality. Australia-Pakistan clashing at the Adelaide Oval. Probably right now when I'm talking to you, another 1.5 hours from now, Australia take on Pakistan in the final ODI of this tour of Pakistan. And also, I have to tell you that this is Australia Day, and the crowds would have flocked, and I'm sure Australia would like to give a wonderful present to all the fans by winning this, but Pakistan are not the ones to really leave things adrift, and they are really going to give it the best shot. And Australia would be hoping that they can win on Australia Day, but definitely on Australia Day, I would definitely say it could be a good batting pitch. Now Adelaide Oval, there's a lot of and also the forecast is brilliant. It's 30 degrees Celsius, and it calls for a real sunny day. And I said crowds would definitely be flocking in, and I won't be the least surprised if Australia managed to put it across Pakistan at the Adelaide Oval. But again, Pakistan definitely, I'm sure they are not the ones who are just going to take it very lightly, and they are going to give it the best shot. But the other match which is coming up again, that is also another very significant day for India, and that is Republic Day. And now on Republic Day, India is taking on England in the first of the T20 series. It's going to be played at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. Now India, as I said, they are having a sort of a new look as it is a T20. They have Mandeep Singh, whether tomorrow Mandeep Singh is the one who is going to open, or it is going to be KL Rahul. I would probably plump for KL Rahul, but Mandeep Singh is also an exciting prospect, and Virat Kohli has also hinted that said that it's time. They will decide whether Virat Kohli will open the innings or it would be Rahul and other players. One does not know. Suresh Raina has a lot to offer. That's what Virat Kohli has come up with. And then they have Yuvraj Singh, who is in some good form. Dhoni in some nice nick too. Manish Pandey is another wonderful T20 player, and Hardik Pandya is another. He has already shown what a mature player he is now. And the bowling will be in the hands of Ashish Nehra, who has been very effective in the T20s, and then Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, or it could be Jasprit Bumrah. And the spinners, it would be, there's no Ravindra Jadeja and Ashwin who have been rested. Parvez Rasool and Amit Mishra, the offie, and the leggy would be on show as well. As far as England are concerned, in T20s, England are, and we know England are already powerful, and England could really prove a sort of a real tough, very tough, tough team. As England have Sam Billing, Jason Roy has been in some peak form, as you know, in the ODI series, in the ODI series, and Jason Roy is a very dangerous player. Sam Billings should be opening with him. Joe Root, Morgan, Butler needs some runs under his belt. He has not been contributing, but Butler, I'm sure Butler is one who doesn't take time to really contribute. And then Ben Stokes, Moeen Ali, Plunkett. There's no Chris Wokes here. Chris Jordan will be getting into the team as an all-rounder. And Tymal Mills, it would be good to see Tymal Mills in action. As he said, he has definitely decided that in his career now he's only going to be playing T20 matches, and that really says that and he's one who bowls with genuine pace. So that will be interesting as to how it would play on the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. And Jake Ball. So this is the team composition, and I think we are in for some exciting cricket coming up at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur in the first of the T20 series, which is coming up between India and England on a very significant day for all the Indian cricket fans, and that would be on Republic Day. So Australia Day and Republic Day beckons, I would say. And on this note, it's about time for me to wind up on this cricket show by bidding you all a very good night.